It's past 9 Central African time. Welcome back to News and Views. Right here on Salami with myself, Salailo Makwidiri. We'll be heading over to Afghanistan now. They're facing one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, and it's one of the least talked about yet. There's been years of conflict, as we all know, economic collapse and recurring drought that has left millions dependent on humanitarian assistance. Now, aid agencies have come out and they're warning that funding cuts are forcing nutrition clinics to scale back or to shut their doors altogether, leaving thousands of severely malnourished children without life-saving treatment. I read something yesterday from the World Food Program, and they're also saying that the crisis is reaching a breaking point, and there are many families in Afghanistan that are arriving at the nutritional clinics, and they're being turned away because there simply isn't enough funding and aid to go around for everyone. So we're going to be looking at that, and to help us understand what's really happening on the ground in Afghanistan, we're joined by Afghanistani-based writer and Tolo news producer Sial Yousofi. Brother Sial, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure.
Please ask him to unmute himself.
Sial, you are muted. Do you mind unmuting yourself?
Sorry. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, and hope you're doing well. And thank you for having me in your show.
No, the pleasure is all ours. Thank you for giving us your time. I want to jump right into it, Brother Sial. We've had warnings from aid agencies across the board before when it comes to Afghanistan. But right now they say children are being turned away from nutrition clinics, and there's a serious issue of malnutrition, not only in children, but also in adults. If you can just paint a picture for us when it comes to Afghanistan and the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding there, what exactly is happening and what are you seeing on the ground?
Thank you. As we see that the poverty in Afghanistan and unemployment and these reasons are being called and being said because of the situation of children, and not only children, as you said, adults, women, mothers, breastfeeding mothers. They are facing different kind of malnutrition. According to some agencies, UN agencies, 3.5 million children are under 5 are expected to suffer from acute malnutrition and require treatment in different provinces and areas of Afghanistan. In other numbers, about 1.2 million pregnant and breastfeeding mothers and women are expected and to experience acute malnutrition in this year, in 2026. Malnutrition among children is worsened. We know that. We saw that it increased. The number is increased this year compared to previous years, and as we say that some agencies like WFP, UNICEF, UNICHR, and UN Women, different agencies of UN which are working here nowadays in Afghanistan, they say that we were helping them, the mothers and the children, last year and a few years ago. But after shortage of fund and after tax cutting, after the situation, the political situation in Afghanistan, there's a big shortage of fund. Because of that, they cannot help all the victims of malnutrition, which may be children or might be women. Because of that, they are not able to help them. As according to WFP report recently, they said that we can help 1 from 7 children as the fund we have in our hands. So because of that, as we see the situation in children's hospital and in different areas, in different provinces, mostly they are not able to help them because of the fund and because of the financial situation in hospitals in Afghanistan.
I want to touch on the reason why international aid has declined sharply. I think the most notable one, and I think all countries across the world are feeling it, is obviously the impact of the Donald Trump administration and the decision to not fund some of these organizations. From Afghanistan's point of view, are there specific reasons why, outside of the US, that donors are pulling back when it comes to humanitarian aid and some of the needs that are, I think, still quite immense when you look at the situation on the ground?
Well, one point, the main point is that U.S. Policy, which cuts the funding to these agencies. Like last year, we heard as we heard that Trump said that we will back from we will not fund the WHO and the agencies are under this institute or under this organization. The big point is that, but specifically in Afghanistan, there were a lot of trucks and humanitarian aid trucks were across the Duran line, which Pakistan were not allowing them to come to Afghanistan and to help the people and to distribute some foods and also food and medicines and to help the people in bad situation. So it's also the point, and our point is the political situation in Afghanistan and recognition of Afghanistan, which like many countries, they don't help Afghanistan because they didn't recognize the Taliban government. So it's also the one issue, and the other one is the coordination. We don't have that suitable and that close coordination with world agencies. So it's also a point. So these are different points that world, the global or international agencies and organizations cut their help or their aid to Afghanistan.
Mm, mm. Um, let's talk about the response from the Taliban government. Have they responded in any way to this crisis? Do they even have the capacity to try and fill the gaps that have been left by some of these international donor organizations?
Uh, they are repeatedly calling the international organizations to help them. They are repeatedly taking conferences and doing some proposals to international organizations to help them. Like not only that reason, the Taliban, for the health ministry of Taliban, they they are trying to build more hospitals for children, for women, and yesterday we had a clip of the WHO Afghanistan branch, Afghanistan's chief, which he was saying that we are currently and we are continuously helping Afghan government and health ministry, and because of that help, the malnutrition decreased like few from few months, and we also he says that we also emphasize the food security, as we say that according to numbers, 14 million people across Afghanistan are facing severe food insecurity, which is the basic driver of malnutrition, and also so the government is trying to build some hospitals, trying to build bring some aids from international organization. But I told you that the close coordination, which is lack of coordination, and we are facing that. Because of that, we are not able to. They are not. The government is not able to to collect the aids and to reach this problem and solve it
Mm,
overall.
mm. There's been reports that are coming out of humanitarian organizations being unable to operate effectively in some regions because of some restrictions from the Taliban government. How true is this, and is it in any way exacerbating this issue that we find ourselves with, the issue of child malnutrition in particular?
And I don't think that maybe some cases we have, but generally overall in the country, one good point of Taliban government is that there is security everywhere across
Mm,
Afghanistan. In every provinces there is security, and agencies can go there and help people. We have some cases, maybe we have some cases that there may be some restriction because of other reasons, because of hijab, because of their distribution issues, because of some political issues, because of some security issues. Maybe there are some cases, but in generally overall we don't have that much cases that government is not allowing agencies to help people. It may not be true overall, but maybe some cases we have. But the provinces, the 34 provinces we have, and mashallah, we have a good security in every province. And we saw we are watching the reports of agencies like WFP, WHO, which they went to remote areas and they help people there. So this point, I don't think so. It will be a general fact. It will be
mm.
some cases, maybe.
They have it, Sial, Yusuf. Jazakallah so much for joining us and for giving us your time. This we're going to leave it for now.
Thank you for having me. It will be
And
my
with that,
pleasure.
we'll take a quick break. News and views continues after this.